The streets of Newcastle carry an unsettling silence. It's not just the cold Tyneside wind that catches the eye, but that familiar feeling every Magpies fan knows well. Something is about to happen. Between rushed conversations in pubs and attentive glances at the sports headlines, the entire city seems suspended, waiting for news capable of changing the course of the season. And today, what's circulating around St. James Park promises to spark heated debates and strike directly at the heart of the supporters. Before revealing the details, here's a quick and very important request. If you're passionate about Newcastle United and want to follow every step the club takes during this transfer window, subscribe to the channel now. Every new subscription helps keep this space alive, always bringing hot news, analysis, and behind-the-scenes insights you won't find elsewhere. Join our community of supporters, because together we will follow every chapter of this story. What we know so far is that, while fans dream of reinforcements that could elevate the team in the Premier League, behind the scenes there is a movement that mixes boldness, caution, and difficult decisions. Eddie Howe, always careful with his choices, faces a scenario that requires more than simple negotiations. It's about defining both the present and future of the Magpies' attack. Between promising youngsters and already established stars, every step could represent both an opportunity and a huge risk. In the corridors of St. James Park, one name in particular has been discussed again in recent days. This is a player who has already worn the club shirt on a few occasions but has not yet secured a permanent place among the starters. While rumors of a departure emerge, there is also interest from major European clubs ready to open doors for his development. However, any decision will not be made hastily. There is a fundamental condition that must be met before anything is formalized. And here comes the central point of our story, according to Chronicle Live. Confirmed also by the German portal Bild, Newcastle United is evaluating the future of William Osula, a young Danish under-21 forward. Bayer Leverkusen has emerged as a strong candidate to secure the player on a one-season loan. But Eddie Howe has made it clear that he will only allow this exit if the club makes progress in negotiations for new forwards. This is because, simultaneously, Alexander Usyk has discovered there is a second market offer involving the signing of another striker to share attacking responsibilities. This revelation raises a delicate question. Will Newcastle risk letting Osula go while still searching for two attacking reinforcements? Time is short, the transfer window is nearing its end, and every decision can directly impact the season's results. Behind the scenes, there is talk of Yoane Wissa from Brentford, one of the club's most sought-after names. If the deal progresses, the arrival of the Congolese striker would create space for Osula to continue his development away from Newcastle, but with the confidence that he will return better prepared to compete for a place. If you want to follow all the behind-the-scenes action of these negotiations and stay up to date with the latest developments, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Every time an update comes out, you'll be among the first to know. Moreover, your subscription helps us continue delivering quality content for supporters who, like you, live every Magpies news intensely. It's worth remembering that this is not the first time Osula has attracted interest outside England. Last season, Sturm Graz from Austria tried to sign him, but Newcastle rejected the offer. This time, however, the scenario is different. Callum Wilson left the club, and Isak became the main attacking responsibility, which makes Howe's choices even more strategic. The manager has already made it clear that he trusts Osula's talent but recognizes that he still lacks experience to play week in, week out in the Premier League. In an interview with Chronicle Live, Howe was straightforward. It's not a lack of confidence in William. He's developing well, but his Premier League experience is limited. What we cannot allow is to start the season without recognized forwards available. These words show the fine line between investing in the future and protecting the present. After all, Osula has already scored important goals, such as against Ipswich Town and Bromley, but he still needs consistency to take on a starring role. Osula, for his part, does not hide his ambition. In recent statements, the forward said he needs more playing time to show what he is capable of. I already know, and only my dad and I know, what I can do when the time comes. Everyone will see on the pitch. I always set high standards for myself, said the young player. This confidence contrasts with the current moment, where he remains on the bench or is used in the final minutes of matches. Meanwhile, Alexander Isak watches events closely. The Swedish striker, who has already been linked with Liverpool, now knows that Newcastle is looking to bring in another centre-forward to share the attack. This does not mean a loss of confidence in the number 14, but rather an attempt to provide more options to the squad and reduce the pressure on him. The season is long, and relying on a single player to lead the attacking line would be a huge risk. At this point, it's important to highlight something. Newcastle's management understands that the future needs to be planned with balance. Therefore, the strategy is clear. Osula will only be allowed to leave if there is real progress in signing reinforcements. This approach prevents the club from being vulnerable in such a crucial position and demonstrates the maturity with which Eddie Howe and the board have managed the sporting planning. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next chapters of this transfer saga. Here, Every detail is explained clearly, based on reliable sources such as Chronicle Live and Build, which have closely followed the negotiations. By subscribing, you ensure you are always one step ahead of the rumors and have access to the most relevant information to understand the Magpies' future. As the transfer window countdown continues, Newcastle supporters live that mixture of anxiety and hope. Will Osula move to Germany to gain more playing time? Or will Howe decide to keep him until new reinforcements are secured? What is clear is that every decision made now can impact not only this season but also the coming years of the club, which seeks to consolidate among the Premier League and European powers. Newcastle has shown in recent seasons that they are not afraid to think big. The arrival of strategic reinforcements and the retention of key players are signs of a solid project, but one that is still under construction. William Osula's story, as well as the potential signing of new forwards, is just another chapter in this process, which combines patience, forward thinking, and the courage to make difficult decisions. And so we close this exclusive news piece, reminding you that all of this has been confirmed by Chronicle Live and Build, reliable sources closely following Newcastle United. Now, we wait for the coming days, which promise to be intense and full of news. And of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, do so now and hit the bell to avoid missing any updates. Here, every detail of the Magpies' journey comes to life for you firsthand.